right, and welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Ladies Night 2.0. My name is Lucinity, and we are at the second part of the show. So, again, shout out to everybody who's been in chat. And I want to shout out to part one guests Jay, Niners, Sarvana, Dayquil, and Amy. My mom was watching, and when I was just on break, my mom texted me and told me that she loved Dayquil. She was like, I love Dayquil so much. She's so sweet and smart, and Jay is so kind. She was gassing everybody up. Sar's so pretty. She was very excited. So shout out to my moms, who's also watching too. I think that's really freaking cool. But yeah, Mama Sinity. We're gonna call her Mama Sin. Is it Mama Sin or Mama Sinity? I don't know. We'll let chat pick. But maybe we can get her to a Halo event one time or something. But shout out to everybody who is in the first segment of the show. And again, shout out to all of you that are watching. If you're watching, that means that you have the opportunity to earn drops today. Shout out to HCS. You can watch for 2 hours and claim the reward, which is going to be the Primal Glory armor coating. If you're not able to watch for the full 2 hours today, do not stress. I will ask for this drop again. So hopefully we can continue the your progress on it. So going into part two of the show now, if you were all at Worlds, you might have seen a panel that I sat on at Worlds. It was called the Girly Spark panel, and Sarvana was on that with me, and then we had Domino and Celeste from Women of Halo, and it was just a great freaking time. I don't know how to explain it besides it was an incredible time. I had a great time talking to all of them on the panel, and it was hosted by Snickerdoodle. Um, we talked about all things girl, all things about being a girl gamer and how we got to where we are and all of the things that we do. And we also got to see a lot of cool things from Women of Halo. So the next segment of the show is going to be all things Women of Halo. So you all have heard about them. You all know them. They're the most badass women in the scene. I like to call them mom. Honestly, I call all of them like mother. There's not one specific one who's not mother because they all kind of helped me in my own Halo journey. Shout out Rocky, thank you so much for that sub. But they all kind of helped me in my own Halo journey, and I think that they've also helped others too. So I think that I think that people talk about them a lot, but I don't think that people talk about them in depth and kind of get to know them and why they're doing what they're doing. So I wanted to kind of relive the panel a little bit. I wanted to bring them on. I wanted to talk to them, and I wanted to kind of talk to them individually so everybody can get to know what they do inside of Women of Halo, because Women of Halo is not just one person. And sometimes people get confused, which is totally fair. I guess and talk about Women of Halo all the time. So a lot of people tend to think that I am Women of Halo. And as much as I would love to say that I am Women of Halo, I'm not. There are a gang of badass women who run Women of Halo, and I am just lucky enough to be able to be their colleague. So I want to make that very clear because I know that there has been some kind of confusion in the past, right? Just because we kind of support each other a lot and we both have a lot of the same goals. And I think that sometimes people just get a little confused. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows that I don't mean it in a disrespectful way either. I'm not Women of Halo though. They are their own entity and they deserve to be known as their own entity, and I deserve to be known as my own entity, and I want to make sure that everybody knows who they are and what they do individually, because that is what makes Women of Halo so great, because it's not just one person making a decision. There's five of them. It's like the Fellowship of the Lord of the Rings, if there's any nerds out there, but there's five of them and they don't make a choice without one another. And I think that that's what's so cool, because no choice is made without the other's consent, which means that the Women of Halo is full of a lot of good and high integrity, and that high integrity comes with every decision that they make. So I'm going to first talk about all of the Women of Halo here. We have Veronica, and she is the president and CEO of the Women of Halo. And then there's Generic, and she is the vice president and the creative director of the Women of Halo. You have Domino, who is the chief administrative officer and the program manager, or I'm sorry, program director of Women of Halo. And then we have Celeste, who is the director of business operations and the chief strategy officer. And then we have Jen Akinda, who is the partnership activation manager and like the community specialist. So each woman on the board has their own individual title. And today we're lucky enough to have 4 out of the 5 with us, but we're still going to shout out Jen Akinda. She also has her own command and chat right now. So if anyone is here and you want to also check her out, command in chat. There it is. You can check her stuff out in chat as well, and you can also follow her and keep up with all of her content too, because even though she's not able to make it on the show with us today, she's still a very huge part of the Women of Halo, so I want to make sure that she's also represented as well, and so do all of them, right? So yeah, let's just bring them all out, right? Let's bring them all out, and I want to introduce everybody to the executive board of the Women of Halo. What's up, everyone? Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
How's everyone doing?
Great.
Great.
That's great. Yeah,
Well,
thanks
I
for having us.
wanna thank you. I wanna say thank you all for coming on. I think that's really, really cool. I really enjoy spending time with you all, and I feel like when I have conversations with you all, I come out feeling more inspired, which is really important, right? Because it takes true the true flex in life is being able to inspire others. People can say that it's views, money, or whatever. That's not the true flex is being able to inspire. And I think that all of you do that. So I wanted to make sure that I said thank you for that too.
Thank you for all you do.
Yes,
No,
thank you.
thank you. So, let's go through first, and what we'll do is, we'll go through and we'll talk about titles here. So, Veronica is the president and the CEO. Does that mean that Veronica is the founder of Women of Halo?
Yes, that's exactly what it means. Um,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
No, so can you just like like talk to us about kind of how you found Women of Halo or how it came about?
So, for years before the Women of Halo actually existed as a name or a community, we just had our women's community, right? And I'm gonna summarize it really quickly. Basically, throughout the years, I just wanted to meet more women. I felt that there were more women out there who wanted to be a part of the community, who could improve, who could grow, who just wanted a space, right? So one by one, I reached out to people on Twitch, Twitter, Xbox, and kind of brought them in, and we kind of grew in numbers. And then when Infinite came around, Echidna actually, so she got involved, she got with me, and that's when the Women of Halo in the Discord launched. And she used her outreach to help bring in more people, and as well as Halo Infinite bringing new game, right? Like that helped, and that kind of escalated from there. There was kind of a bit of a break, and then eventually earlier this year, well, sorry, last year, Generic, she kind of took over when I, basically in my absence, right? She started being that community face. She started coming up with the logos that went into merch, and she fueled my fire. And then we decided, hey, I think we need more people, right? And that's when we reached out to Domino, Celeste, and then Echidna came back from or her absence, sorry. And
Okay.
here we are.
So, and outside of something that I think is really cool too that I've noticed is with all of your titles, not only do your titles resonate in the Women of Halo, but I believe that all of these also kind of resonate with your careers outside of Women of Halo too, which I think is really interesting because I think that that goes to show that you all are using, like those assets to kind of build out your dream, which I think is really cool. That's a power move too, honestly, in itself, is to kind of you're doing the same position for two different companies essentially. So I think that that's really cool. And then when did because I know Veronica and Generic, you guys are like a duo. And you guys have played together for a very long. That's how I like first met you two. Actually, was in eights. You two played together and terrified me in the best way. Not like you were actually scary. Your gameplay is scary in a good way. Terrifying to me though. But but that was how I first encountered you all. How long have you two been playing Halo together?
Oh,
Well,
man. Um,
I don't know, when was the first time we met? Well, we met in person in 2018, right? Yeah,
Okay.
2018.
yeah.
Yeah, like,
I
and we
think
did,
it's
like, a local LAN.
been,
So we
like,
would've played
10
sometime,
years,
around there.
maybe?
8,
Probably, yeah,
8,
8?
8. I think probably 2016, right? Like, before FPL. So, yeah, so about 8 years.
And for people who don't know, FPL is Female Pro League, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay, cool. And did Female Pro League do more titles than just Halo?
Yo, yeah. They were
Okay.
more known for COD. I think they tried to branch into other games, but I think COD was kind of where they were most successful.
Okay, cool. And then so you and was it Generic you met first and then who did you meet after that?
No, actually, the first person, well, technically the first person I would've met was Celeste. And
Okay.
then from there, I met Domino. And so Domino and I actually became a duo, and we were trying to make our own ladies team. And that's kind of once again where it branched into us, reaching out. And she's actually the first person I hosted a tournament with.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. That's a cool little fun fact of knowledge right there. What tournament was it that you guys hosted together?
So yeah, so actually, I guess in the origins of Women of Halo, so Captivate should be mentioned. Originally, Domino and I had a lot of ideas for basically a lot of what we're doing now. We wanted a community, we wanted a website, but we were going to be called Captivate. The Twitter is actually
Okay.
still there at CaptivateGG. It's dead now, but we hosted a tournament under that. It was Halo 5 2016, and we had 12 teams with a $230 prize pool.
Let's go. So you still did that sick. Like
It was the odd
shoot,
number
I
bothered
love
us.
that.
Um,
I love that.
yeah, and then I think 2 years later, we hosted another 2v2 with 2 more people who are not a part of our board, but Oa Cutie and Dreamy Dream. They helped us run the tournament. This time we had I can't remember the prize pool, but a little bigger prize pool with some other prizes, and we went from 12 teams to 20 teams.
Oh wow. So
Yep.
kind of growing very fast then. The community is growing fast. And then
Yes.
Celeste comes in and Celeste is just like if I had to I can't even give Celeste a description honestly because like in my head Celeste is like and I'm so serious when I say this, Celeste is like the Batman, well we'll say Batwoman of like esports.
Oh god.
Like she is like for one, you if you see you're gonna see Celeste, but anytime that you see Celeste at an event because she does like admin work, she's usually like in the corner and it's like super dark and she's just like back there watching, but she gets everything done. Like you don't have to worry about anything if Celeste is there, which I think is really, really cool. So when did you come into the picture with Women of Halo?
I want to say I came in March. I think that was the first time we started actually conversing. But I felt like I think I was the last one to join, technically, even though I knew Haley first, out of the group. I think I was the last one to join. And I think it was one of those things where, because of my title, Director Operations, with my other company that I run, I'm the CEO of that, but I do all of the business operations. So I saw obviously that Women of Halo was going to do tournaments, and the interest of tournaments was there. So I believe that's what I'd like to think is the reason why I came on board. But I think yeah, I just ended up transitioning to Women of Halo most recently. So I want to say yeah, since March was the last or the first time I came in.
In the business that you own,
Mhm.
I know the name. It's 3 letters.
Yes.
I'm totally blanking right now, but it's
No,
3
you're good.
letters. What remind me what it
DSA.
is? ESA you said?
Yes.
Okay,
DSA.
and DSA, and this is
Yes.
tournament ops, right?
Yes, yes. I have a quick funny story regarding that. So it's the formal name of it is Digital Sports Administration Incorporated. It is like federally registered as a business under that name. But the original am I allowed to cuss on stream?
Yes, yes.
Okay. The original name of my company, just like as a backstory, DSA came from when I worked as a tournament admin for Halo. And one of my admins upset one of the players. I won't specify who, but you can probably take a guess. Because the rule had to be made and it was a very fair judgment. And they called my admin a dog shit admin. So then
No.
we called we called ourselves Team DSA for like over 2 years. And then the idea of branching into like doing my own company, I was like, it'd be so funny if I just did DSA. And then I did DSA, and I was like, I need to come up with something like very, very like direct and like the most typical you can think of, which became Digital Sports Administration, which is how it's registered. But as the back end, it's DSA is dog shit admin. So
I honestly think that's incredible.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't know
That's
that story, and I'm
I keep
10
it
out
a
of 10.
secret.
Did not
Yeah, I
know.
keep it a
I think that's a
secret.
great
So.
story. No, I'm honestly so happy that that just came. Can we clip that? Like, I think that's so good. Like, that is honestly probably one of my favorite stories ever. And then
But yeah.
Domino. So Domino, how did you come about into the scene of Women of Halo? And when was this something where you're like, all right, this is what I want to do?
So it actually, what I wanted to do was about 10 years ago when Haley and I first started doing all those eights and just trying to bring ladies together and then hosting that tournament. It really has been that long where I just wanted to create some sort of community, but I had to step away because of life and, so many other
Yeah.
amazing ladies now that I am on this board with, carried that torch. And I believe it was Haley and Generic who approached me and said, since you helped start early on and have been in and out of the HCS scene and all of that, do you want to join a board? And I was like, heck yeah, I do. That sounds incredible. It sounds already in line with where I'm going with my own career. And yeah, I try to I fill myself with so many leadership roles in my life. I don't know what to do with myself half the time. But this is one that means so much to me that I'm so passionate about, and I'm just appreciative that we've all come together and done this in such a short period of time. It's incredible.
I definitely think too, you mentioned it being in a short period of time. So I've only been in the Halo community for what? I think it's been like almost 2 years in total now. But in those 2 years, I can see so much growth that's came in Women of Halo just in those 2 years. I just think that there's been so much that has happened. Has there been any significant moments to any of you all that have stood out?
Other than Worlds?
Other than yeah, well, we can definitely talk about Worlds too, for sure. Let's
Yeah.
let's let's talk about it because I think Worlds was huge for just women in general in esports. Like Celeste said, I think she said that was your first time on main stage, wasn't it? Like doing grand
Um,
finals or something
for Worlds, yeah.
for Worlds.
I've
Yeah.
done it. Yeah, I've done it for like majors and like Anaheim. I think was the last one I did, which is like a long time ago. And then I did Spain, which was for Europe. But this is the first time I did Worlds. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was cool. I personally like so I used to do a lot of like stage production work and it was just really cool to look up and like see you out there doing your thing and I don't think that people understand how much you do. Like when you do an event like that. So can you maybe expand on like what all you do or just kind of let people know what you I know that like that's probably like so hard to answer because there's like 30 answers for you, but if you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, no, I just don't wanna it's such a difficult thing to describe because I even had someone come up to me, I think, after the event and said, "What do you actually do?" Because for the most part, they're actually looking at me on stage and it looks like I'm just staring at everyone's screen, and that it's pretty easy work. But no, so for when I work tournament administration at that level, I have to work with a team, and I have to basically normally I'm there to like set up the actual PCs and all that kind of stuff, and then I have to do a lot of background production, which is coordinating with the observer, talking over the compact, and people don't notice, but we just wear the headset, and it looks like we're not talking. It looks like nothing's going on, but you can hear production in your head, so you can hear probably like 15 voices, and then you're trying to listen to 4 different channels, and then you're listening to your observer that you have to coordinate to when to reset the lobby when you're good to go alongside production, which is a lot of what administration work is going along with what production needs to do
Your
at a very
attention span
timely
has to
manner.
be incredible. Like to
Yeah.
be able to like I personally when I have like two voices going off in my ear, I am like so overstimulated and if you partner that with music,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
throwing a fit. Like I cannot
Yeah.
handle it. So like the fact that you have to do like and I've like I said like with stage management things, I've done it where
Yes.
you've had voices in there and like that's a lot. And like with music, you have like music and all that, but like with a broadcast, like you probably have broadcast, you have
Mm,
talent. You can you hear the
yeah.
players?
Well, some events, like I've done Overwatch and I can hear the players and I can hear the coach. So I can hear when a player needs to call out to me to say something is wrong with the game and I have to
Oh.
react as fast as I can. I also, for other games, have the ability to mute the coach. That's not in Halo, but I have the ability to talk to the coach and say, like, you can no longer speak to your team. But that's different for like things like Overwatch. But mostly I'm handling production. So I either have to talk directly to the observer or the producer. And there is normally, I want to say, 5 different conversations because I can also hear on main stage, I can hear B stream. So I can hear people talking from Bravo, Charlie, and Delta. So
Oh
I can
wow.
choose to
No.
obviously, yeah, I can choose to mute certain channels so that it's not important to me, which is most of the time that's what I do. But a lot of the time I'm either getting yelled at in my ear, being like, what's going on? What's going on? And sometimes the comms can be very intense and you have to
Oh
have
yeah.
extreme thick skin that you don't take things personally just because everyone is working probably 15 to 16 hours a
And
day
everyone's
each
probably
event.
so stressed out and hungry.
Everyone's stressed out, right? So a game crashes, right? Like that's beyond stressful. Then you're trying to please the team because my job is like I can't, for example, I can't get the team really upset with me, so I have to be so attentive. But at the same time, I have production being like, "What happened? What happened? How many more minutes do we need to have
Yeah.
this resolved?" And so I have to say like 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. So that's kind of the kind of conversations that I'm having on main stage. So it's just not me just watching the game, make sure it doesn't blow up or anything like that. It's working with production mostly.
Yeah. And Worlds where I have no idea what for Zilla, what's going on. Oh, is it production stuff? That's what we're looking at here, I think. Oh, from DSA.
Oh,
Okay, I was like, "Oh my
I,
goodness." I was
I
like, "I don't
just
know what I'm
saw that.
staring at." I got so scared. I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
so these
That
are all
was
events then
when.
that you've worked on.
Well, this one specifically, I finished an 18-day tournament operation, but I also did stage management for 18 days on site in a festival in Toronto. And this was me. I needed to be there every single day at 8 o'clock, and then I wouldn't leave work until 11 or 12 o'clock midnight.
Oh,
And I did that
wow.
for 18 days straight. And that is, yeah, like as much as it's tournament ops, this
Oh, a
is not me just,
raccoon.
yeah, that was just a work thing. That was at 4 o'clock in the morning. That is my boyfriend.
I love that though. So
Yeah, yeah.
you're and right now you're not at home right now. Like just so everyone
No.
knows, Celeste is such a hard worker that she literally just drove like 12 hours, made it to her destination, and then hopped on this call. So that just
Yes.
speaks
I'm in
to
New York. Yes.
I think that just speaks towards your work ethic. Like you're always on the go. You sleep,
Yes.
right? Like do you
No, I
sleep? No.
don't. No, I
No.
slept 2
Oh no.
hours last night, and I think I got in the car at 6 a.m. and I drove all the way to New York and got here like 9 or so. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Well, that was something too that Domino said as well. On we're gonna go back and talk about the girly spark panel here for a moment. She said that you two will be in like phone calls planning stuff with Women of Halo at like 4 in the morning. So like,
Weird.
and I know that the generic does it too. And honestly, you know what, Veronica, I know that you do it too because I see you on Discord. I'm telling on all of y'all. I see all of you at like it'll be the wee hours. I'll be in my Disney Dreamlight hole or something, and I'll go and I'll send like generic like a Lord of the Rings meme that I find or something, and then I'll look and like everyone will be up, and I'm like, oh, it's a work day. Like it's like 3:34 in the morning and we're all working. That's why we're all awake. It's no one's playing Halo. Everyone is in Discord like making things happen and I think that's really really cool. So I want to say like on average, let's say how many let's say like on weekly, how many hours do you think that you all put into Women of Halo weekly? And
Dom
then
can
Good
answer that.
Lord.
I want to ask
Um,
on top of that, the reason why I ask is because I want to emphasize to everybody how much hard work that you all do because not only are you putting this time into this, but you're also putting that time into like a full-time job. That
Hmm.
cuz I know that a lot of people too like when you start like doing things, a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, they're Women of Halo. They're probably making a lot of money." And it's like, "No, that's not how things start when you first start, and stuff like that on the way there for sure." But I think that's important to point out is that like Women of Halo is not getting their bills paid by Women of Halo. They have full ass careers that they're doing. And on top of that full career, or like Jen, I don't know if you're still going to school, but the last time we spoke, she was going to school. So on top of that, you're also doing Women of Halo. So tell me the hours. Give me a breakdown. Let me hear it.
Well, first, our chat never stops. So I don't know if you want to like include that, but literally our group chat is constantly going. If you go to sleep, you will
Yeah.
wake up to 200 messages. It
I
never
just
fails.
so you guys know, when I was driving today, I opened up Discord and there was 111 messages, and I hate you all.
That's a lucky number. But we all constantly have ideas and constantly like have things popping into our brains where we're like, I need to say this before it leaves my brain. Um,
Mhm.
and beyond just typing, I don't know, Domino, what do you think? It's a lot of hours that go into it.
Honestly, I don't know because like I sometimes work 20 hours a day at my current like full-time job and then I'll just be like I'll just stay up the full 24 hours and put 4 hours a day into Women of Halo like planning out next year or like trying to catch up with chat if I was in a work meeting or something like that. So I think it varies day to day. It varies from person to person. And that's another thing that we should bring up. That's we're a board, a team. We back each other up. So sometimes life does take over. Some of us have to work. Some of us have family issues. Some of us just need a break. So
Yeah.
we'll just be like, hey, there's this thing going on, and then we'll be like, okay, well, what were you working on, or what do you need, and things like that. We even did that today. So it's like that's one of the reasons why we have a board. It's not just to help manage women of Halo. We help each other manage our
Yeah.
workload.
That's what I think is really important too, and that's what I think is really so cool about your board is that all of you are very versatile in what you do. So like if like someone's not here to do something, then like okay, Veronica has no problem with stepping in and like handling it, which I think is very unique because in some other orgs or just businesses in general, there aren't really too many people that are willing to step outside of their role and pick up where they need to and not be like salty about it, if that makes sense, or stuff. And I think that you all have like a great head on your shoulders where you all kind of back each other up. Just the unity between all of you as a whole, I think is something that's really respectable. It's not like that, like you don't get that through a lot of people. So I just think that's really cool. But going back to like the whole worlds panel too, lots of cool things that we talked about at Worlds. But actually before we go into that, like were you all expecting to see the turnout that you had for Women of Halo at Worlds?
Go ahead.
Me? Well, okay.
Like for
Oh.
for or
For
just for the panel in general, like anything. Because
Mhm.
I'll when we did the panel, I wasn't expecting that many people to be there because we were the last panel of the day. So when everybody stuck around, I was like, holy crap. But when we did, we all met what is it called? That glass sky bridge. We all met in
yeah,
there and we all did like a chant together. And there was a second where I like looked up and I looked around and I was like, oh my God, there's like 50 of us. I was like, there are so many fucking girls. I just said the F bomb again. But I couldn't believe it. So were you all expecting like to see that? And I want to know like how did I just hope that it felt as well to you as what it like as cool as what it looked to everybody else. And I like did you guys feel that? Like how did that feel?
that was really special, honestly. I used to compete in Halo 2 and Halo 3, and I remember like hiding away from other women in the community. I felt like I was constantly put against other women, and over the years, it's definitely that climate has definitely changed. And to, be at Worlds and to see so many women there, and then to all come together, and then yeah, that chant. It's like I don't know, it was heartwarming, it was in at one point overwhelming even, because
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
such a great weekend talking to hundreds of people about what we do, who we are, and then their stories as well, being able to hear other people's stories about why Halo is special to them, why Women of Halo is special to them, what it means to them. So it wasn't just a chant for the brand name, it was a chant for our mission, really.
That's yeah. I felt like it was just like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I felt like just the energy with the women in the building at Worlds was crazy. Last year it was there, but I just think that there was something special this year, and I think that you guys like Women of Halo was a huge part of that because I think that you all really made so many people feel more comfortable with playing video games and joining the community, which I think is cool too. Me and Veronica had a really cool conversation earlier, and we were talking about like kind of upcoming events and things like that, and she brought up something that I told her I wanted to talk about, which was the Women of Halo community is not just for competitive players. And I want to make sure that people know that, just because it can be kind of intimidating sometimes, to look and see like, oh crap, everyone's like an Onyx or like a high diamond, and I'm just learning or something, and it can be a little intimidating. But I can say too, as me being a newer player going into the Women of Halo community as a gold, it didn't make me feel I wasn't scared. Well, I was scared, but it didn't make me feel bad, if that made sense, when I joined. So I want to make sure that we kind of talk about that and how you all have plans for like, hey, maybe lower ranking players or new players in the future. I think that's something cool. So whoever wants to take that and run with it, I want to hear it.
I I can do that. You guys can do that. Whatever you
I
guys
can do it.
want.
Doesn't matter.
I-
I would say like it's probably easy to assume that this is like strictly competitive, right? I think we all come from a
Yep.
competitive background. We have a lot of tournament experience. I think we all love to see women competing and grinding and growing and getting them to a higher level. And then eventually maybe this is something that propels them to HCS. But this is all for the women of Halo, right? It's not just the competitive players.
Yeah.
So like if you like BTB, you like social, you like, fun customs, or maybe like you like other aspects of Halo, right? Like maybe you're into the campaigns, you're into the lore, you're into the art. You just want to be a streamer or a content creator. We want to have the space for you, right? And while most of the things we were doing have been competitive, and we will continue to offer competitive opportunities, I think we've had lots of discussions about branching into other things, right? Like fun community nights or maybe tournaments of different varieties, something that might appeal to other people. Like maybe you have snipers, maybe you have SWAT, maybe something that's a little more casual because not everybody wants to compete, and that is okay. You do not have to compete. No one is required to compete. But if you want to, we're here to push you to that. We're here to get you to be your best self, right? But if you just want to have fun and meet other people, maybe we just all group up and we have like a BTB night or we have like the exec team plays with people. We have lots of ideas. Yeah, this is for everybody. It's for all women of all types.
Hell yeah. I love that too. I think that's really cool. And at Worlds we talked about a lot of fun things, and you all talked about a lot of fun things about it. So let's talk about the first thing that I'm going to bring up. There's a tournament coming up. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. It's a complexity tournament that's coming up. It's a complexity Woman of Halo tournament. I'll pass it over to, I think Celeste is tournament ops. So
Yeah.
Celeste, would this be you?
Nope. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this complexity tournament that's coming up. It's another collaboration that we're doing with Complexity, so it is our second one that we're doing.
Shout out to
We
Complexity too. That's really cool to have
yeah.
a top org like that be able to be like, hey, we're gonna support the women's scene. They did not one but two, and that first tournament was really cool that they did. So they've done a
Mhm.
lot of unique tournaments with the women. So definitely want to shout them out.
Yeah, big huge shout out. Especially working with Ashes specifically in Complexity has been great. He's very
Yeah,
much so advocating for, yeah, with the interactions with the pros and the females to having that opportunity at the start. And then he came back to us actually and was like, let's run it back. So it was, you know,
incredible.
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like he has a lot of love for Women of Halo. So shout out to Complexity for that. Yeah, so this is now our second rendition of a tournament. So this one we were trying to think of something a little bit different. So we did a 4v4. So obviously in sequence we wanted to do a 2v2. The fun part that we wanted to do this time around was to incorporate our new map that is coming out or is out, sorry. And then we're going to put that into the rotation, but it is a 2v2. Players can select their own duos. Basically, it's a 2-day, so this is also where Complexity really wanted to kind of establish a similar style to HCS, so the women can get a feel of that. So what the pro players have to do. So since I run all of the online tournaments for both North America and Mexico, I know the style of what he was kind of looking for. So I divide it into the 2 days, and basically it'll be an open qualifier, and then the second day is top 16. Usually we do top 12, but I think we really wanted to highlight some more opportunities for the women to be on broadcast. So
Love that.
we have the first day is the qualifiers. They will go ahead and do basically a double elimination bracket until we reach top 16. And then after we get to top 16, we actually enter into pool play. So then there's more games being able to be played by the duo pairs. So they'll go into pool play, and then the pool play will seed them into the final top 16 bracket. So
And
that's
we still
kind
have a link, I believe, too, right? People signups are still open for this.
of
All
signups
right,
are
I'm
open
about.
actually until the night before. So
Oh, perfect.
we
Yeah, I'm
are
gonna get that
very
link really quickly.
yeah, if you want to shout that out for the link. Obviously we're looking for everyone to just join up, even just, it's your friend, right? Like this is not obviously it's meant to be an opportunity that Complexity and Women of Halo are presenting to any skill set, right? It's not just for, the competitive, and we've actually expanded the prize pool to top 8, which is very not normal for a lot of
That's
tournaments.
yeah, that's really cool actually
Mhm.
because usually it's just I feel like it's usually either top 3 or
It's
it's
always
going to
top 3.
be
Yeah.
if you're lucky, there's a top 5 sometimes. So I think 8's really cool. That gives a lot. It's a little bit more of an incentive too, right? For people to just kind of
Mhm.
show up and start playing.
Yeah.
But that I but
Yeah.
it's that's a big prize pool.
It's huge. It's 5,000, yeah,
5
USD.
grand.
Mhm.
Like that is even 5 grand for a duo tournament, divided up between 16 teams. That's technically, we'll say that's what, 18, like 8 full teams. Like that's a hefty chunk of money.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
that's
and that
that's
was our
really
first
cool.
tournament as well, was 5,000 from Complexity, so shout out to them for that's 10,000 in total, just from the 2 tournaments, obviously, that, they've provided, so, obviously, it's a great opportunity for the girls, so, obviously, the more signups, the better, but,
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be on the 20th and the 26th, so we're hoping to get as many teams as we can. Mhm.
Perfect. And I put there is the link to the tweet in chat. So if anybody wants to sign up for that, you can. And guess what, y'all? I'm gonna be casting that. Complexity called me and they asked if I would like to cast that event, and I said abso-freaking-lutely. So shout out to them. I'm really, really, really excited about this one, honestly. I had a blast on the last Complexity tournament. Working with them was incredible and they were a lot of fun, and working with the Women of Halo was always a blast. So I'm very, very excited that you all decided to call me for this. It was really exciting. So we did that. And speaking, you brought up the new map. So we do have a new map that I want to show everyone that I think is really cool that you all made. I keep saying we, but I should say you all. It's just, I don't know why. It's easier, I guess. But they made a new map. They have a map pack that's coming out, and this map called Coven is going to be inside of the tournament, and this is going to be a duo map, right?
Yes.
And tell
For
us
now.
For
for
now.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also
Now,
plays 4v4s pretty well. So we've done a few different play tests on it. Whether it's Slayer 4v4s, we've tried free for alls, we've done quite a few testing, so it's not just limited to the 2v2 coming up. You can play it for a variety of styles.
yeah, and this honestly too, this video is so sick. Wasn't it Lil Thomas made this?
Yeah.
I believe
Yes.
it was.
It's amazing.
Incredible. Yeah, this is a really good promo video and it looks so cool and I absolutely love it. I love this map. I think it's gorgeous. I'm super excited about it. And then I know that you all have other maps that are coming out too. And at the end of the video, actually, now that we're looking at it, let's talk about this new logo because it looks incredible. Looks super incredible. So what
Thank
made
you.
you all want to change the logo?
It was kind of a spur of the moment thing. So I had put together the original logo, and we wanted to stay away from the pinks and the purples and anything that's overly feminine. We wanted to um, branch out into something that's more esports. And
Yeah.
Domino had come up with a really cool design, and hers is the design that we're using now. So she built on the original logo and then turned it into something that looks a little bit more professional, I would say. Um,
I love that logo.
it's so cool. It is so cool. And it still encompasses like the crown, the women of Halo, the WOH in there. It just has a little more edge to it and a little more like less pinks, less, we went more with burgundy and gold to show like a royalty kind of feel, and also just put a check mark on that
I love
professionalism.
it. Yeah, I love it. I love the gold. I think the gold looks
Mhm.
so just like regal and just like I see it and I think like royalty when I see it, which I think is really, really cool because if you don't know, all women rule the world. We're royalty. So I
Yeah,
just think it's
Domino did an
very,
incredible job revamping that. So it was really cool to see. It came
yeah,
together really well.
It
I
was
think it looks
easy with your original
so,
being so awesome.
yeah,
Thank you.
honestly, like even the original logo like is incredible. I love how it's like a crown, and that was always what kind of drawn me to it, was because it was a crown, and the revamp, like it just looks great. Like good work. I think it's super cool. And with this new logo, that means you all have new merch now, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and the new merch actually looks really, really, really good too. So they have a new merch line that's coming out. I've been calling it the gold label. I don't know if that's the actual name of it.
You are
Uh,
correct.
oh, thank gosh. I was like, I swear they said the gold label, so that's what I've been saying. But yeah, these designs are so sick. You all knocked it out of the park, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do and the jersey looks so cool too. If Ferzilla wants to click on that jersey and pull that up really quick. Yeah, that looks so sick, I think. Wow. Does this mean like is gold going to be the like official Women of Halo color, if that makes sense?
Yes, it's the feature color, but we have that brand palette that you guys saw
Yeah,
earlier. So we'll be alternating between those.
that's super cool. Do you all have a favorite item in the merch store that you guys just made? Like personally?
Mine's the jersey. I cannot wait to get mine. I am so excited. I think
I
I was the
like
first person to put in an order.
I like the collars that you all have on the hoodies and then like the arms, the wristband part on the hoodies. I think that looks so cool how it's like the folded look underneath. Yeah, like that. Like I think that looks so classy and sick. That's probably my favorite item that you all made is I love the way those look. It's very unique. It's a very unique look.
I do like the dual tone, yeah.
And I
Well,
also want to highlight, sorry to
no, you're
interrupt.
good. You're not interrupting.
Everything that we sell merch wise goes right back into the community, like you had stated at the beginning of the show. We don't make money from this. We were able to do things like get merch for Worlds that Domino was able to show off, and the map pack we were able to commission. That all comes from sales. So everything that we are able to do is because the community is helping us do that.
Which is really cool and incredible, right? Because then it just really shows that like the community kind of backs your vision, which I think is really freaking cool. There was like I know at one point I looked over it, I felt so bad for Domino. I looked over and but like bad in the best way, okay? I looked over at Worlds and there was just a line of people in front of the women of the Halo table and Domino was just like standing there and I could tell that she didn't look like she was stressing out, but I could tell there was a lot going on and she just kind of looked around really quick and was like, "All right," like handling everything, but you know what she did? She said hi to every single person in line. Which and like that the things like that I think just speak towards like your character and stuff like that too and just like that there's great people that are making good decisions for like, the women in the community and stuff, which I just think it's really cool. She was cool. I loved seeing Domino and Celeste at Worlds. I really hope that I can meet the rest of you all. Like I'm trying to like run up to you and scream some Lord of the Rings in your face or something. Like I don't
I
know if I'm gonna
am
like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll probably cry when I see you, to be honest.
I was thinking the same thing. I've become a crier in my old age, so I'm gonna try and make it to
She says old
um
age like we're all like 50 or something. Like
in gamer years, we're getting up there, you know? But I'm gonna plan to try and make it to hopefully all the events next year. Especially when we want to have a presence there. We do want to engage with the community. We want to actively be available. We want to talk. We want to find more ladies to bring in. We want to have that presence. So I'm gonna do what I can to make sure I show up.
hell yeah.
And then we'll get our hug. I know you're not a hugger, so I'll ask you
No,
first,
I'll
but
hug you. It's okay. I'll hug
okay.
you. Yeah, I'll hug you. It's okay. I honestly hugged Celeste and Domino right when I saw them too. I was like I couldn't help it. I was so excited. It was very, very exciting too. And then so I guess do you all have any like future plans of Women in Halo that you all are like really looking forward to or anything that you want to highlight or talk about or just make sure that people know is like in the works or coming?
Oh,
I'll take that one.
I'll
So they
take
don't
that
all
Um,
one.
talk at
I'll
once. No.
I'll take one, you take the other. Go for it.
we do have a lot of things that we are planning moving forward. I'm really excited. We went over how our community is not just going to be catered towards competitive. I know it seems now that a lot of our initiatives are competitive facing, but we do have a lot of plans for community events. So I'm going to um, try to utilize the Discord more and get some fun things going on in there. I don't want to give away too much, but we do have things in the works actively. Again, hosting more tournaments. We want to do community nights. We want to do um, campaigns. We want to be able to just talk
Oh,
to the
that'll be
community
fun.
and yeah.
Like
It's been a
campaign
long
nights with
time since I've done a
everybody.
campaign.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't too? Like speaking of campaigns, let's just talk about it and get it out here. What's everyone's favorite Halo? I need to know.
Like campaign wise or game?
Yes, campaign wise.
Campaign? Halo Reach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mine's
Reach or
3.
ODST.
She said 3. Okay, and then we have Reach or ODST, and then Veronica. I don't know. Did you say what one?
No, probably 3 or ODST.
Okay, mine's Halo 2. I love the Arbiter so much. I just want to squeeze his stinky little cheeks. Like I love him. So, well, that's cool though. Like, you guys do have a lot that's coming forward and stuff that I think is cool. Are we allowed to touch on the mentorship program at all that was mentioned at Worlds?
Yeah, we can go into that just a little bit. And then Jen, if you want to add to it with your idea, all good. Yeah, our mentorship program has like short and long-term goals. Where it's either mentorship program, Big Sisters program, Spartan Sisters program. We're working on the name there, but it aims to build a
Sisters is
supportive.
really cool. I like that. Spartan Sisters. It's like a big sister, little sister vibe. I used to be a
Yeah.
cheerleader. I used to have a big sister or a little sister in it. That's cool. I like that.
Nice. Yeah. We want to we aim to build a supportive community through that. So obviously we want the name to represent that too. And the goal is to pair experienced higher ranking players with new or aspiring competitors, and together they'll grow their skill. We hope they build friendships. We hope that we put these ladies in positions of gaining more confidence throughout competitive Halo esports through a variety of settings. So obviously we want to bring more aspiring competitors into the competitive scene, and we want to bring already experienced and higher ranking players into more of a coaching role, a leadership role, taking on that eyes through another person's reticle kind of experience and getting it done that way. And
I want to
we
sign up for it. I want to be in the mentor
Oh,
program. I'm
that is so
my aim
awesome.
is booty cheeks. I definitely want to be in the mentor program for sure. Like let's make my come on, I'm trying to snipe everybody how you all sniped me at eights that one time and I got so scared. That's what I want to be terrifying. I want to make me the next legend, please.
That's
I have to
awesome.
make myself the next legend first.
Totally fair. Totally fair. Well, if you be legend, then I'll be bound. Like if that's cool. Like I love that so much though. But yeah, I definitely want to I'm definitely very interested in that mentorship program and I think that's really really cool and a fun opportunity too because something that I really liked about all the tournaments that you all do was specifically the draft tournaments where there are random draft tournaments because it paired you with people that you normally maybe might not have ever played with. And I thought that was so cool to see people like that you know that you might never ever see in a lobby together play together. So I'm a really big fan of that mentorship program and I hope that a lot of people join me in signing up for that because that'll be cool.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's amazing feedback already, and we haven't even started. But yeah, we definitely want to vary things up, give all skill levels the opportunity to shine. We even mentioned, on the pop-up tournaments, helping players stay active in between those bigger tournaments, and maintaining people's comfort within the esports scene. We want to reward players not just for winning as well. We want to reward people for participating. We want to offer unique prizes for people who just show up, who participate, who want to try and put themselves out there because we value every effort that every lady
Yeah.
can provide to the competitive scene or just generally even engaging in Discord. That can be something. But yeah, participation on any level keeps our community going. It keeps competition fun and it shows our passion toward gaming.
I'm honestly so happy that you said that just because I try to tell people so many times it does not just sign up. Just sign up for the tournament. Just play in the tournament. Like it doesn't matter. I feel like a lot of people I'm not saying it's not wrong to be competitive, you know. Also shout out to Lottie in chat, the inspo, but it's not like you're never too cool to participate in something and you don't always have to be competitive to have fun. sign up for these tournaments. And it's the best way to, if you're a player like me who wants to get better, it's the best way to get better is to be put in lobbies with players that are better than you, because it's going to make you notice your mistakes. And I don't peek my head around certain corners on the pit anymore. I swear to God, I do not anymore. Want to know why? Because of Airborne Vanessa. Like, that's literally why. Like, I've learned these things, and again, this is my first FPS. If I can do it, you can do it too. So I'm so happy that you said that, like, participation, just because I think that that is like so important, because especially with the women's scene, if we want more opportunities, we need you to sign up. I don't care if you think that you are the most
That
dog shit
part.
player in the world. I do not care. I will play with you. You can be on my team. We can make up a team, like how she said DSA. We'll make up our team. We'll be DST, the dog shit team. That's fine. Like, and we'll play together, and we'll have a blast. But it's important that we show up, because if we want more opportunities in this space, not just for women of Halo, but for women in gaming as a whole, women have to show up. We have to show up. We can't not sign up because we're nervous. We can't not sign up because, oh, we're scared, like, maybe people might be mean to us. Like, no, show up and sign up, because the more numbers that we give, the more interest it's going to show in the space. And that's going to be able to give people like Women of Halo and like these ladies that I'm speaking with today, it's going to be able to give them more room to make more opportunities happen for the rest of the community. So sign up. Like, I just can't
Mhm.
just sign up. Like, if you're thinking about that 2v2 tournament, sign up. Please sign up. If you need help finding a duo,
Exactly.
guess what? Veronica has a free agent list.
I
She
do.
goes,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she
Mhm.
literally goes so far out of her way to, like, this is the tournament in your hand. You just have to grab it. They put it in your hand, and I just can't encourage the ladies or anyone who's watching this enough to please sign up. You have to sign
Mhm.
up. Like, the more
If
interest
I
the
Yeah.
had
better.
$1 for every single time I got double first rounded in an HCS weekend, I would be able to get everybody in chat a New Jersey. I
And that's
swear.
the whole, like, right too, and that's something too that I want, like, that I think is, like, important too, is I think that sometimes people kind of are so afraid of losing that they don't sign up. Or they're so afraid of, like, not placing well that they don't sign up. But, like, at the end of the day, you have to, if you're a new competitor too, I encourage you to think this way, and just think that if you're signing up, you're gaining that competitive experience, and you're being able to, pursue that career or that dream more. But you have to start, you have to sign up. So participation, sign up. Like, please sign up for all
Mhm.
of us. We're literally begging. Also, you
Yeah.
guys are going crazy in chat right now. Spartan Swag, Dayquil, Nutty Daddy, thank you so incredibly much. So, and J Niner said, I love losing to Command Station, for real. It's an honor to die from her snipes. But seriously though, like, that is though, like, when you play in a lobby with people like that, and that happens, like, and you just play against them, like, it just feels good. It feels good, especially, like, again, I'm a low rank player, so, like, when I get into a lobby with, like, people like you, like, if I take down generic, I'm excited. I can't believe I did that. You know what I mean? And it's not disrespect, but it's just because I'm playing with players that are so much better than me that it encourages me to be better. So that's something that you guys are creating and doing. So I think that's really cool too. So I just think everything that you're doing is great. Also, shout out to Q too. Thank you so incredibly much. But I guess to kind of round it all out here, shout out to Jay Niners too, a guest on the show today, gifting 5 subs. Everything that goes for the live stream is going to go back into live content production, or hopefully being able to get myself to more lands where I can make more content about women, not just here but also on site, which is a really big goal of mine. I would love to be able to do that in the future. So maybe, who knows, maybe you'll see me follow Celeste around with a camera one day or something. I don't know. Her eyes got all big, like, what? What? No, maybe she'll have to deal with my voice even longer all day. But so, for everyone watching too, where can everybody find Women of Halo? What's the best way for people to get in contact with you? If there's someone who's watching right now and they're like, you know what, I really like what you all are doing and I want to invest in the next tournament, where do they go?
Twitter, Discord, message any one of us, Veronica, Generic Domino, Bittersweet, and Echidna. Any one of us can, you know, get them pulled in and directed in the right way. The Twitter is a good spot. Also, we do have the Women of Halo Twitter, or X, whatever we're referring to it as these days. And Discord. We do have a Women of Halo Discord. We all have discords in our gamer tags, I believe. So just send us a message. I hear a lot of ladies talk about being shy and not wanting to really reach out, and it is scary reaching out initially, but I absolutely promise that we have some of the kindest people in the community. And if you do want Halo friends, we are the people to talk to.
I couldn't agree with that more too, honestly. That you definitely are the people to talk to. um I do want to ask one more thing too. Kind of just surrounding that same topic. So like how is the best way if there's somebody who's watching right now and they want to support a tournament and let's say they can't support the tournament financially? What is the best way or what are the options that people can invest into Women of Halo or the community or what options are available for that?
Haley, you want to take that?
So how can they support it aside from financially? Well, first off, showing up, coming to the streams. Um, if you're a guy, you can, help the ladies get practice, be supportive, be that person for people to lean on. Kind of spread the word. Those are definitely ways. Support goes a really long way. Give us a retweet, give us a tag. You know, you see a girl, hey, there's Women of Halo. It doesn't have to be, we don't need the financial support for growth. That's not the only way to grow. Um, Networking, connections, getting the word out there, that's huge.
Yeah, I think getting the word is huge too. So if there's anybody who's watching right now and if you want to, there's a command in chat, WOH in chat right now. You can do WOH in chat right now, and that will be all of their socials. You can also see their new merch line. It's their Twitch channel and X or Twitter, whatever one you want to call it. Jay Niner says, "How could we financially support though if we could for Women of Halo?" Do you guys have a donation tab on your Twitch, like a panel?
We do.
We do.
Yeah, we have a PayPal and a way to donate if you so choose.
I'm gonna pull it up right here. Give me one moment. So chat, I'm going to post this in chat right here. If anybody wants to donate to the Women of Halo or support the Women of Halo financially, if you're able, you're allowed to do this. If you don't want to, hey, that's fine too. There's no pressure. No one's gonna be mad about it. But if you ever want to, that's how you can. You can find that on their Twitter, or I'm so sorry, on their Twitch channel. It's a panel on their Twitch channel that says donate. So you can click that and that goes directly back into the community as well, whether it be tournament ops, getting map packs made, which is really cool, fresh new content. I'm super excited about the map packs, honestly. I think that is like the coolest and most unique idea. I cannot wait to run around on those new maps. I'm gonna like spill some little tea here. They called me and were like, "Hey, do you want to run around in the new map?" Like before it was out, and I was so honored. I was like, "No way, you guys just asked me to do that." Yeah, I want to run around in the new map. And then I got to see the map, and half the time I wasn't even playing because I was too busy staring at it. I thought it was so pretty. I thought it was so pretty. I was surprised they got footage where I wasn't just like staring at the wall because I thought that was. I just think that's so cool. I'm really excited to see everyone play on that map too. And if you're playing in the tournament, that map is out right now, right? Where they can go and they can practice.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Perfect.
We have the link too if anybody wants to bookmark it and try it out and let us know what they think.
Heck
I
yeah.
can
You can if you
grab the
have
link.
yeah, if you have the link. I don't know if it will let you post a link in chat if you're a VIP, but if not, John should be in there and we can send it to him or you can just put it in there and I can drop it in here too. Because I
Okay.
definitely want people to check that out. Sarah, shout out to you and Jay, thank you so much, and Big Booty Yuri. Sarah can do it too. Yeah. So this Coven map is really, really sick. I'm super excited about it. And that's based off of an older map, right? It's a remake.
Yes.
Yes. It's
And
Warlock.
yeah,
Yep.
so
Wizard,
and
Warlock, Warlord.
Wizard, Warlock, and Warlord. Is that what you said? So all three of the W's?
They're all based off each other, yeah, from multiple Halos.
See, I'm again Halo Infinite baby. I was like, I know the names, but what's that? Like,
Yeah, Wizard
but
was Halo 1, Warlock was Halo 2, and Warlord was Halo 2 Anniversary.
incredible. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I think that map's cool. I can't wait to see the other ones too. So I think that's really cool. So that's a fun opportunity. So again, if anybody wants to, follow up in here in Women of Halo right here. That's where you can go and you can find everything and you can learn all of those. So I guess we're gonna let you guys close it out here. Is there anything else that you want anybody to know about Women of Halo or anything about you directly that you want to know? Again, all the guests too, they also all have their own individual commands in chat. So aside from Women of Halo, if you do their name in chat, then you can find all of their personal shows or socials as well, or on show notes, command show notes. We'll pull them all up. But yeah, if there's anything else that you all want to say or get out there, let's talk about it.
Well, I want to
Don't
say
all-
thank you.
I was like,
Thank
don't all
you
talk,
for-
don't all talk at once.
for the opportunity. None of us want to talk over each
Over
other,
each
so we
other.
always
Hard,
do this
yeah.
thing where we're like, "Are you gonna talk? Because I'm gonna wait for you to get."
You all
done
just
talking."
cutely stare at each other on camera, look at each other's eyes, like, are you gonna do it or am I gonna do it? No, you hang up. Like, that's what it is.
That's pretty much what happens. But I do want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing us on your platform to speak more about what we do, what our initiatives are, what our goals are. We do want to continue to make a really, really positive environment for all the women. Whether you're a competitive player, whether you're a casual player, it doesn't matter what you like to do in the Halo universe. If you are a lady and you want lady friends, just let us know. Um, we'll get you into the server. We are trying to expand. We are trying to have more than just tournaments. We do want. Oh, we're pausing for a pic.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, I'm gonna do.
See-
I think she got it. Did she get it? I hope she got it. Cheese. We're all just like pausing.
We
So
did this on
anyways,
our stream too, where we were
Oh
trying
yeah.
to.
Awkward.
Oh, I
Great.
saw that clip. No, no, we have more.
This one was more
We-
coordinated.
This one was better.
So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay. We appreciate all the support that everybody has shown. The community has been incredible, and we wouldn't be able to do what we do if it wasn't for everybody that is supporting us along the way. We do have a lot we have planned. Like I mentioned, our chat is constantly going. We have a notebook full of ideas that we want to do. So keep an eye out. Let us know if you have ideas of things you would want to see also. The community might come up with ideas that we never will, you know? So let us know if there is something that you want to see. But we want everybody to feel included. So just
And that's
come say
important
hello.
too. I think that's something too, is that Women of Halo don't play around. Everybody gonna be welcome in that community, but the only people that aren't welcome in that community are people who are assholes. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
You gotta be
It's
nice.
that easy.
It's that
It's
easy.
that
You just be
easy.
kind. You just be kind and you be nice to everybody and you are allowed. But if you're an asshole, I'll bark at you so they don't have to. I'm not afraid to be mean.
It is
So
so easy to be nice.
exactly.
It is so easy to
It's
just
so easy to be nice and the
Yeah.
environment that you have is a good environment and the environment that you have we're just gonna throw it out there. Anybody who identifies as a woman is allowed in the Women of Halo. No ifs, ands, or buts, period. We want you to be there. We want you to be there, and you're allowed to be there. So we're just gonna throw that out there. Like again, Halo is for everybody, and we want everybody to join. And they want everybody to join. And I also want everybody to join because that means more friends for me. So in less long queue times.
Yes.
So, I just want to say thank you to all of you for coming on today. I know that sometimes it can be confusing when people collaborate on things, and I know that in the past there's been confusion between like, oh, is she Women of Halo or is this Women of Halo and stuff. So I wanted to just kind of make sure that everybody knew that like, hey, we're both our own entities. We just work together a lot, and it's cool and it's fine and it's not weird. Like it's not weird or anything. Like we enjoy working together, and the real power move is when women work together.
I
And
think
that's
that's a
something.
testament, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what like I just like it's
yeah.
cool. Like I'm honored that you all think that I am Women of Halo, but I'm not. I'm just here, like happy
We
to be
might
here.
we
You
might have
know,
our own
like
entities, our own plans, like content creators. We might have our Women of Halo. You might have Dayquil with her org and everything. But if we all work together and uplift each other in the space, we will all succeed. And we're starting
100%.
to see that. We're starting to see that. So it's incredible.
Yeah, be open to collaboration, ladies, because I promise it's not going to hurt you, and I promise no one is going to it's not a competition thing. I feel like sometimes there's like a competition thing where people are like, "Oh, if I help them, then I'm not going to be able to do this maybe, or if they help me." But like I can tell you what I've done a lot of networking, and I feel like I've done a lot of networking with Women of Halo and like back and forth, and I feel like if anything it's just made everybody stronger at the end, and it's made more opportunities for everybody. And I think that when you share the same goal, and the goal is growing a safe community for women, regardless of the name, everybody has the same intentions, and we want more people. That's it. So again, if you're watching, like, come hang out, come chill, get involved, come sign up. All of these ladies will play with you. They're super kind. Don't be scared if you feel like you're booty cheeks, because again, I'm master cheeks, but I still play. So if I can do it, you can do it. So I just want to really, really thank you all so much for your time. I know we went a little bit over today, so I really, really appreciate it. And Celeste, you are so badass for driving and showing up and getting on and sitting on camera. But I swear to God, if you don't go take a nap or go to sleep after this,
No,
like, I
I need to work
swear.
on the complexity tournament, so I can't sleep tonight.
Oh no, Celeste. So
I know.
She's
yeah,
very
but
stubborn. Very, very
she's
stubborn.
very, very
Yeah.
stubborn. So
Mm,
I'll let you all go, but thank you all so much again for
And
being on
thank
here
you.
so
Yeah,
No,
thank
much.
you.
thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
So, yeah, that's kind of going to be the end of the show here. So, I want to say thank you to everybody who showed up to this ladies' night. Again, I'm going to read something that I made that's in the first video. I should have given it to Frizilla, but because I'm a panic person, I don't plan for things and I always spring them on him at the moment. But he's great and he always knows what to do. So I'm just going to send this to him and he'll be able to post it up there. But I'm going to read something off and I'm going to end it on this note because it's really important to me. And this is the reason why I started Ladies Night and what's going to go on for the future. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who stopped in and watched. Thank you to HCS for the drops for this show and for all the support. And season 1 of Ladies Night, I set a goal to talk to as many women in the Halo space as possible. Through these conversations, I have learned one thing. There are incredible women doing incredible things in the gaming space that are simply not talked about enough. Season 1 of Ladies Night consisted of 8 episodes featuring over 20 women in the Halo space. Ladies Night 2.0 will expand beyond Halo, highlighting women from the gaming community in all titles, all roles, and all sides of the globe. Gaming is not just for the men, and the girls are here to stay. This is not just about creating a safe space for me personally to feel safe in. This is about creating a space and paving the way for future gamer girls everywhere. All support during the live show will go directly back into the show and content production. The goal is to be able to produce high quality content for both online and LAN events. The highlight that highlight unique women in the gaming space and the badass things that they do. Thank you for your continued support for not only myself, but women in gaming everywhere. This one is for the girls. And as always, wake me when you need me, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.